Hey guys, it's Wolfgar from 329. So today I wanted to do a little bit of a video on Alliance Tech. Alliance Tech is something that's not like super talked about, but it can be fairly beneficial in kind of like a small way, but also kind of a big way too, mainly by keeping your members nice and protected. So take a look at this little wreath with a star right here. Take a look at that, click on technology, and this is where you're going to see all of the tech. Only R4s and R5s can actually research any tech when it's completed, but I want to show you a couple different strategies for one, donating diamonds, and two, getting the most out of the tech as possible. So right now we have 3 levels of technology unlocked. There are going to be a lot of alliances that have more. This first level of tech is super important just to kind of max out everything, which typically doesn't happen immediately because you get so giddy about the second tier of tech. So the very first thing that you're wanting to max out is if this is a battle alliance or an alliance that involves themselves in wars and that sort of thing, you want to max out resource protection. This will give 500,000 resource protection to every player in the alliance. This is kind of super beneficial for battle alliances that involve themselves in battles, but not nice for farm alliances. So for farm alliances, if this is just for farms, keep that off because you don't want that extra 500,000 because that just basically eats into how much of a storage you can use on those farms. But you want to hit this first as quickly as possible, because basically, like, yeah, you take a look at mine. I have a depot protection 500. That means regardless of if I take a hit, I'm going to maintain at least 500k. Also means on a farm like this one here, this one would retain 2.6 million. Retaining 2.6 million of each resource after a hit is actually really nice because then you can heal up really quick. So keep that in mind, especially for farmers. This is a farm account, so the farmers can maintain a significant amount more because they also have their own buff for that. But for me, for each of these, like, I have 500,000 depot protection on these, but not on money. But on all of these, I have it. So that is the first one that you should focus on in terms of that technology. Now, next is personal resource station cap. Honestly, I have no idea what this does. I haven't noticed a difference because of this. Really no idea. Really have no idea. The next one is personal resource station level increase. Again, no idea. My understanding of this is that you're going to be putting out 5, like as if you were 5 levels higher on each of these, but that just doesn't make sense to me. This one's at 9,900. I don't know. I haven't jumped out of my alliance to check if these numbers change on this or not. But also, I really don't care because as a fighter, I'm not actually producing any of these resources. Maybe I'm negative 600k on fuel production. I'm not really making any of these resources myself. I'm actually relying on all of my farms to make those resources for me. Because some of these farms are farmers and some of these farms are traders. So next one, construction center, that will go up by 2.5%. That's a relatively minor increase. But the construction center, alliance center, you're wanting to have a fast build of that. The alliance help time reduction, that's nice. That's really nice because just an extra 20 seconds is just going to be helpful for anyone starting off small time in the alliance or anything like that. That could be just basically helping them along. Gathering speed is actually really beneficial. 5% is nice. Troop food cost lowering, this one is redundant. Again, I'm sitting here at negative 800,000. Try reduce that, really. Like, you can try. You could put Pioneer in there. You could do everything with all of these different heroes down here, but it's really useless to actually try that. So don't even worry about that one. The only reason why you would build that is because you have this needed alliance tech. So we have 77 technologies researched so far. We need 148 in order to hit the next level of tech. So the only reason that you would want to hit that is because it's an easy tech to hit to get another level. And then finally, alliance construction, just going up a little bit, but that's still nice. Putting your alliance construction, reduce build times and stuff up there. So what's going to happen is basically you're going to start off just with this first tier. Max some of these bottom ones as quickly as possible, but send out like an email to people not recommending different ones. So tell people, put everything you have into resource shields. If resource shields is upgrading at the time, put everything you have into construction, center construction. But tell your alliance that so that you can go up. Then as you go up to level 2 here, you're going to see these level 2 techs are kind of nice. You have elite fighter, so you have increasing the might by 4% is what we're at right now. Increasing the might of all shooters by 4%, that's what we're at right now. Increasing vehicle might, fighter resistance, shooter resistance, vehicle resistance, alliance tech. Again, this one we haven't really put too much into. It's a huge amount of tech, 480,000 donations. In comparison, level 8 of a different one is 160,000. So this one goes up really, really, really disturbingly slowly, because this is 480,000 for one extra star on here. So it's a really slow tech. And then rally here. So once you start building these, and just, I haven't touched on the stars here. You have to fill each of the stars. So it's not just 160,000 and then you can research it. It's 160,000 to fill up this first star. Then once you get to a second star, it's 160,000 to fill up that second star, and 160,000 to fill up the third, fourth, fifth. So it actually ends up like 160,000 multiplied by 5 to actually get there. And when you're finally there, you're going to have something like this, where you're on that 5th star. And now when we max this up to 160,000, that will actually allow us to start that research, which will probably take like 28 hours. In that time, we then focus on a different tech, quickly boost that one up, and yeah. So finally, once you start hitting these techs, you unlock this next tier. Increased farm production, fuel production, lumber, iron. Construction time again. This one, look, 1.15 million points in order to get 1 star. That's a lot of points. Increased marching time for trade. None of us use trade. Increased trade load. None of us use trade. Adding help chances. This is really nice because, again, you have 20 seconds faster help times before. Now you have 3 extra ones. That's kind of a nice tech to hit. And resource protection again. Each level of this is going up by a significant amount. It doesn't cost too much. 153,000 really isn't that expensive. So all of these techs add to a little bit of stuff here where, like, if I show you a battle report here, and I show you my unit attributes, now, mind you, I don't have an actual attack APC in here. I actually have a gathering APC. And I do have all max in that one. But if you take a look at this, Alliance Technology, my attack is up 4%. Alliance Technology, my defense is up 3.5%. That's just small little bits and pieces that are going to help this out a little bit, so that this APC can get up there and start attacking and doing its thing. But, this would be below 200% if I didn't have that alliance technology in there. This would be, below 230% if I didn't have that in there. So it's just kind of nice to get that extra little boost. And in comparison, he's not in alliance, so he doesn't get any of that. So with this alliance tech, there is a couple little techniques that you can use to donate to a good, in a good way. So what I'm going to look at here, I'm interested in the shooters. I'm interested in my shooter resistance. And also this is the closest one to being maxed. So basically, it's going to cost me 5,000 fuel each time I click. And I will just click all of these in 25 times. So I'm really, really, really close to that 112,000. Now, if you take a look at these diamonds here, I might really like this tech. And each time I donate to this tech, I'm getting 1,400 alliance points. And whatever 100 of these daggers are, I have no idea. Those daggers are used for the donation rankings here. The higher your dagger count, the higher your level is, I guess. It's just how much you really actually helped out with everything. I'm not entirely sure what it is, to be honest. Yeah, and to be honest, I probably donate 60th most out of anyone. That's terrible. But if you take a look, my donations are 16 million for 93,000 of these dagger things. But that puts me in 60th, even though I actually have more donations than any of these people around me. So that's showing that I actually donate to the lower tier techs more often than these people, because I'm getting more of these guys. So I'm the one helping out with these first tier techs, because these get me 40 and 620. Everyone else is donating to these big ones because they think it's going to get them a lot more. So anyway, so I donate to this, but now I want to spend diamonds. And not everyone's going to want to spend diamonds, but I want to spend diamonds. So each time I click on a diamond, it actually adds an extra 4 diamonds. Which means that by the time I get to 50 of these, I'm going to be donating 250 diamonds a pop, which just gets way too expensive. So usually I stop around 24. Now, if I click on a different tech, it reduces itself back down to 4 again. So I can click, 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 and I'm back up to 24 again. So the most I am going to donate on any of these techs is going to be 20 diamonds. Each one I'm clicking just through that first 5 clicks, and then I'm moving on to the next one. And this way I'm actually spending less diamonds, but I'm still getting that 1,400 alliance contribution points. Now if I go down to this last tier of tech here, it's actually going to cost me more diamonds. It starts at 6 instead. But I really want more iron, or I really want, I don't know, the helping hands or something. I want one of these. So let me donate to the iron. And it goes up by 4, 4, 4. And I really want, to donate more. But this one gets me 2,100 points. So it's actually getting me a lot more points. I'll jump up in those rankings. Now, that's getting a little too expensive for me, so I'm going to go down here, help my farmers out who, have very high resource protection. Increase the reinforcement amounts. That wouldn't be too bad. Increase my lumber. Who doesn't love some good wood in the morning? And just for shits and giggles, let's go through and donate. Oh, I already donated there. The rest right here. So that way, I've gone and donated all of my diamonds. I can only do that every 24 hours. Whereas I could probably donate my 25 This has a 20-minute cooldown per level of it, so 20 minutes by 25 times. You can donate every 8 or 9 hours. Now, with these alliance points, this is where it gets really nice. If you donate twice a day, and you kind of are putting stuff into all of this tech, and when it comes to the store here, you can buy stuff from the store. Now, I have 1.4 million points. I really like random teleports, so I'm going to be buying 2 of those. Okay. I also know that I'm probably a little short on my gathering, so I'm going to buy some of those. And outside of that, I'm not really interested in any of this. But as a R4, I can do something that most people can't. Now, I have 970 Alliance contribution points. Now, if I go to item list, I'm actually eligible as an R4 to buy stuff from here for the Alliance. So my Alliance has donated more than 207 million points, which is awesome. Really good job for them. But we really need more advanced teleports in the system so that people can actually make sure that they can teleport around and do their thing. We need a few more of these guys in there because I like to buy a lot of those. Saves me 500 diamonds a pop. We have enough shields. We have enough of this other stuff. I'll let someone else do this at some point. But all that used was about 3 million Alliance points or whatever. And it's really not that bad. But I'm buying stuff for my Alliance members to then be able to use later on. And for me, it doesn't actually go into anything that I get. Now, the best thing for me is just to donate as frequently as possible so that I help everyone out. Because some of our people are small, some of our people get hit, some of our people, burn, and they really need 500,000 protection because otherwise they're just going to lose everything. So I want to help the rest of my Alliance out by donating through here. Now, there is also a little bit of a incentive to donating. And that's going to be in the form of our... where is it? Where does this show up? Alliance. In our Alliance donation weekly list. So every single week, the top 3 members will get stuff. They'll get 300 diamonds, building speed-ups, training speed-ups, research speed-ups, a little bit of money, a little bit of different resources, and that's just kind of nice, right? It's kind of nice to get back a little bit, and this is done every single week, and if you notice, the same 3 people are almost always up here. They will have a system that they are going through. This rank is exactly the same as this rank. Actually, I think Bomber and Trojan flipped, but that was it. Right? So it's actually, they have a system going where they are clicking through and making sure they are donating all the time. But basically just helping out everyone with this so the fighters can get a little stronger, a little more attack, a little more defense in them, so that they can get all of this protection going in for everyone else, and so that we can produce more too. So basically that is the basis of Alliance tech and how to really focus on it. You also get a nice little kickback here. You get 5,000 money and 10,000 money, so you get a little 15,000 money just from donating as a little thank you. But really, that is the basic thing of Alliance donations, and it's actually really helpful for everyone, and should be done as frequently as possible. We do police this a little bit, so my Alliance takes a look at the weekly count here. If you take my weekly count, like I'm up in up in 12th now. I was down in 50th. But if you take a look at the weekly count, these people have not donated anything. These people having not donated anything. I know DNB is not actually with us anymore. Oh, he is. He just came back. But these people are at risk of getting demoted or knocked down in the ranks a little bit because they have not donated. It's been a day. Some people have donated 120,000. There's kind of no excuse for not having donated more than. I did that, and I did 120,000 like just now. There's no reason why you should only click the button once or twice. But we actually police this, and we talk to all of these people who are not donating. Because if everyone was donating as much as I just donated, you would go up in those rankings really, really, really quick. So it's really useful. So yeah, that is Alliance Technology. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to post them below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.